Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be doing something I've only done once before on my channel, and that is a book talk review type of thing. I'm going to be doing that for The Diviners by Libba Bray. This time that I read it October and November, was the 4th time in my life that I have read The Diviners, and I just wanted to talk about it because I love it so much. Obviously, if I've read it 4 times, but I just wanted to go into a deep analyzation and just talking about all the things that I liked about it. So if you have not yet read The Diviners, I'm going to give you a quick synopsis and say go read it. But it is basically about, it is set in 1920s New York with a bunch of kids with superpowers, and the first book follows Evie O'Neill as she has to move to New York because some trouble that she got in Ohio where she previously lived, and is sent to live with her uncle, and as she's sent to live with her uncle, her power is that she can read an object's past when she is holding it, so she finds out a bunch of secrets about people, and while all this is going on, there are occult style murders, and her uncle has the Museum of Superstition and the Occult, or the Creepy Crawlies, and so she ends up in a situation that she can help solve these murders, and she meets some other people with powers along the way, and it's just so good, and I highly recommend you read it if you haven't already. It is my favorite series of all time, so read it please if you have not already, and if you haven't read it, I suggest clicking off now because I'm going to get into some spoilers. So when discussing this book, I'm going to jump straight into the beginning. The whole summoning of Naughty John. I think the summoning part of this book, where they summon him, is the weakest part of this book. I think everything else is really strong, but I think there's still a little bit to be desired, as at least in my opinion, with this part of the book. It doesn't really explain in depth how exactly Naughty John's spirit ended up in this relic, this Ouija board that they use, and what would have happened had he come back like 20 years earlier. Would he have bided his time and like waited, or would he do them all at once and then wait for the final one? I don't know. I just think that's a very coincidental thing in the book, but that's just my opinion. Like I said, that's the weakest part of the book in my opinion. But also in the beginning, we are introduced to 2 characters after this, and those are Evie and Memphis. I just wanted to talk about this briefly. The fact that Memphis is introduced separately, it makes me wonder, because Evie is a huge main character. Does the introduction of Memphis in this way make him as big a main character as Evie, or is it just because there was no other way to introduce him? I don't really know, but I thought that was an interesting tidbit. I'm kind of going in order, but not really in a particular order, but the next one is that, what does it say? It doesn't say what page it is, but when Evie finally gets to, almost dropped it. When Evie finally gets to New York, she walks in on a lecture that Will is giving to some college boys, and Will mentions that all of the legends exist, that they all exist. So does that mean vampires exist in this world as well? Because I think that would be an interesting point to go on, because it does specifically mention vampires when he says that all of them are true. So are we gonna see some vampires in book 4? Because that'd be great, fam. And we're getting kind of into powers and the ability of powers. So Memphis's power is healing, obviously. So what are the limitations of this? Does it take away from him as a person? Because it's mentioned that there was this guy, not gonna say who because I can't remember if it's a spoiler or not, but you know who I'm talking about if you know. This guy that had a power to slowly drain the life out of things, and it took a physical toll on him. So does Memphis's healing power take a physical toll on him, take away from his psyche, or as it took away, the power took away from the man who took away life, does it give him more life? It's interesting, fine line question, what's gonna happen with that. Everyone swoons over Sam, and me included, I love Sam. Sam's one of my favorite characters of all time, but Memphis is such a soft boy, and he doesn't get enough recognition. He's amazing. If I got to date one of the boys from this book, like without taking them away from anyone like they were in real life, I mean, my first choice would be Henry, but we all know that that's not gonna happen because I'm not his type. But my second choice would probably be Memphis, because even though Sam is like, he's not really wifey material. He's more of a fling, and I think he's only soft for Evie. So I would go with Memphis because he's a little soft boy, and I don't know, I've started crushing on Memphis too. So like, all the boys in this book, except for Jericho. No one likes Jericho. If you like Jericho, you're a communist. But everyone except for Jericho has my heart. My heart and soul. Even the female characters, let's be real here, like Evie, Theta, Ling, like, oh wait. That's for book 2, but like, you know what I mean. Like, they all have my heart and soul, and they could crush it, and I'd apologize. On page 121 of this book, Sam has a gun. What happens to it? Another character we don't talk about enough, T.S. Woodhouse. T.S. Woodhouse is a fucking slippery ass shit, and I love it. I love it. Because like, ow, that hurt me. Anyway, he's a slippery shit, and it's hilarious. And he's a fucking asshole. But he's also somewhat endearing and lovable, and I don't know, I wouldn't, like I said about Sam, I wouldn't like date him. He's not wifey material, but he'd be fun to hang out with, I think. I'm pretty sure. Isaiah can read the past of an object, or the future of an object when he's holding it. And Evie can read the past. What does that mean for the future? This was a really short video. I don't think this is gonna work out, but you may be seeing this video currently and be like, what the fuck is this? There's not a whole lot of content. And like, I know, but I don't care. I want to talk about the diviners. So like, comment down below, message me on Instagram or Twitter, even email me if you want to. Let's talk about the diviners. Let's talk about it. Let me know if you read the diviners, what your thoughts on it were, and if you want to see a book talk / review for book 2 and 3 when I reread them. And obviously I'm gonna do a book talk for book 4 because like, but let me know if you want that down in the comments below, and I will see you sometime for a new one. Bye!